What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, fellas. So first out of the gate, it's Easter, so happy Easter to all of everybody, dude. Now with that, dude, we're at the brother-in-law's house and I got the X-Tool D8 out. We're gonna do a relearn on DIY dad's car. So since we cleaned the throttle body, he's having that issue of it surging when he comes to a red light or he stops or something like that. It surges and it's intermittent, so it's not all the time, right? It happens and then it doesn't happen for a day or two. Now, once we cleaned the throttle body and we plugged it back in, we never did a relearn. So before he goes down and spends almost $400 on a new throttle body, we're gonna do a relearn. And then while we're here, we're gonna do a throttle relearn on the 09 Ram, and we'll get into that a little later in the video. So we ran this thing scan, dude. I cannot find, I think it's a drive-by-wire system. I gotta get under the hood and look. Now, I forgot to mention in the first of the video, 2006 Acura TL 3.2 liter V6 VTEC. Now, going through this thing scan, dude, so this did not throw a check engine light, but we have an intake air system leak. So that right there lets me know that's the issue. When he comes to a stop, it sucks too much air at some point, and that's that. So we got under the hood of the 06 Acura and we started looking because we wanted to find where the vacuum leak is, and it was small. And let me show you what we found, dude. So if y'all remember correctly, we replaced the purge valve, right? So, oh, that's kind of hot. So we only took the hose off of this side, but look at this side. You see that hole right there? So it was sucking air in right here, which let me get my thoughts straight here, which would have caused a small intake air leak because that is feeding back into the intake. So we're gonna run down and we're gonna buy some hose. It's just a little piece, dude. We're gonna put it on there and we're gonna see if that code goes away. And then we're also gonna have to do an update. Once DIY dad drives the car for a week or so, we'll see if that fixed the throttle. Now, with that being stated, that's the update. We'll get back to this at the end of the video, but we're gonna jump to the 09 and do the electronic throttle relearn on it. We're in the 09 now, so check this out, dude. If you don't remember, a while back, I was having this same issue way before I cleaned the throttle body, right? So now that I cleaned the throttle body, it still does that surging. It goes down to like 400 RPM, and then it comes back up to like 650, 700. Now I did a relearn with my thing scan, and I'm gonna have to tell you guys right now, dude, that is not a very good computer, man. It's not that well of a diagnostic tool. If you're gonna buy one, save your money, get the X-Tool. So we're doing the auto scan right now. We're gonna do electronic throttle relearn and see if it won't work. When I did it with the thing scan on this truck, it did not take. So let me go through all this. We'll get this X-Tool pulled up. We'll go through the process. We'll see what we got. So we got it fired up. We're right here at the screen. Let's turn this thing around. We're gonna go to learn ETC. This feature will learn the TP voltage and AP position. Okay. Engine must not be running. Turned it off. Unexpected error. Cancel. So we're gonna do that again. Me shutting the truck off freaked it out. So here we go. Okay. Oh. So it's saying that the battery has to be fully charged on the X-Tool D8 to perform this. All right, so I just restarted it. Now we're in, so throttle must be held to the floor. Press continue when ready. Okay, we're holding it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, release the pedal. Press continue. It's counting down again. It says it's complete, which means that it was a pass. Learn pass. Please press close to exit. Okay, so there it is. So let's start the truck up and see where we're at. All right, so at least everything still works. Y'all already know what we went through with the 03 Hemi Ram when I did the relearn with the thing scan. I mean, it started a whole slew of problems. So I'm gonna have to get back with y'all on this. I believe I'm about to take out DIY Dad up to the auto part to get that hose so we can see if we can fix the problem with his car, because a small air leak or intake air leak like that will cause a rough idle. It'll also cause that throttle body to freak out. So, oh, and I checked, it's not a drive-by-wire car. It is an electronic throttle control. Now, we're gonna run, go do all this. We get back, we'll handle it, we'll see what it does. We made it back from the auto parts. We have the hose. So while we was thinking about it, dude, we went ahead and got a foot of it. So just in case the bottom side of that was bad. Now it looks good. So we're gonna replace the top one real quick, and then we're gonna start the car up. We're gonna hook the X tool back up to it and see if the code goes away on its own. But like I said, it didn't throw a check engine light. We didn't even know it had a DTC until we hooked the X tool up. So we'll hook it back up, we'll go back through the process, we'll see if we can see the code still or if that was the actual problem. So we did spray the starter fluid around the intake to see if it would change the idle of the engine, and it did not. So once we saw the hose, it was cheap, dude. It was like $3 for a foot of hose. So that's what we're getting into. We're gonna get it on here and then we'll go through everything else again. Okay, so we got to replace, man. This is the one that was on it. You can see the tear once again. We got us a new one. We're gonna fire it up and see what it sounds like, and then we'll run the X tool again. All right, let's run that X tool and see what we come up with. So we are doing an Easter special today, and we're kind of getting into everything. Now, we went through the throttle relearn on the 09 Hemi Ram. So far, so good. Now, that was just going to the auto parts to buy this 5/16 hose for DIY Dad's car, and it did good. It dropped down, idled at 500, nice and steady, and that's what we're looking for. Now, with all that, once we go through this on the car, we got one more thing I want to do on the 09 Hemi Ram, and then we'll end this Easter special and call it a day. So we got it pulled back up, man. Let's see if that small air intake leak is still on there. It was current. See, it's still current. Now, let's go back. Let's clear it. Yep, we want to clear it. All right, that we're gonna turn it off. Turn it on. Okay. Trouble code cleared. Now we're gonna fire the car up, and then we're gonna check it again. We got it fired up. Let's see if it came back, because it was current. See, no trouble code. So with that was probably the situation. Now in a week or so, I'll get with DIY Dad. We'll run another check. We'll see if it comes back or not. I'll also get with him at the end of this week and see if the throttle body's starting to act right. And if it is, then that was the problem. So now we're gonna jump over to the 09, one last gig on there, and then we're gonna wrap it up. We're back in the 09 Hemi Ram. Now, I'm gonna change my PCV valve, and we're gonna go through that. It'll be real quick, short and sweet, just for any guys that don't know where it is or how to replace it. Okay, man, I had to grab something to eat, dude. So we're gonna finish this Easter special up. So I went down, and like I said, we're just gonna do the PCV valve. It's super simple. I got a standard. The part number is V470. This is what it should look like. So right off the bat, we're gonna unplug this. Just gonna take our air intake duct off here. I'd have to say it's probably one of the easier things to have to replace. Just pull that out of the way, man. That's all you got to do. Well, all right, that ain't all you got to do. Let's be honest here. So we're gonna pull it all the way out of the way. Pull this up. Now we're on the passenger side of the truck, and there it is right there. Right, it's right up top, man. So most of the time you got to have a pair of pliers. It's really not that easy, and these trucks are so tall. So here's the key with this. is that if you're gonna use a pair of pliers, okay, you're gonna wanna squeeze, but not like trying to break it, squeeze. You just wanna put pressure and then turn it, right? It'll turn easy. Once it goes so far, it'll pop right out. It might pop if you got a little pressure. Ooh, see, that thing's tight. So just get your pliers nice and steady. I've never changed this one on this truck. Wow, look at that thing, dude. It still rattles, which the new one rattles, but so same thing, reverse. I mean, we're doing this in real time. And then just twist it, get your pliers, same situation, just in reverse. And once you see your little tab right there, touch the end, that's it, man. Install everything else and you're good to go. So man, like I stated, dude, you just slide everything back in. Just kind of get that pass. Once it goes down, push it in good. I mean, voila. Air duct.
Nice and clean.
Air duct, just set it on there like so. Tighten it up, good to go. Oh, you gotta plug in your, what is that? Your intake air temperature sensor. That's what this is, your IAT. Plug that in, lock, done deal, man. So that literally took like 5 minutes. You know, I'm out here with DIY Dad, my nephew. So that's gonna be the end of the video. I'm glad I could share this Easter with y'all. I gotta get to the house, get this edited and try to get it out tonight. So with all of that, man, y'all keep living the dream, doing your thing. Like and subscribe, always drop your boy a comment, and y'all have a happy Easter.